Hi, this is Dr. Graves from the California State University at Northridge, Geography and Environmental Studies Department. This is a video tutorial designed to help students in my Geography 107 class learn how to use the basic functions of ArcMap GIS, a program housed on CSUN's My CSUN software and accessible through Amazon Web Server's AppStream. So this is a very quick reintroduction in how to log in to ArcMap and open Lab 1. So find yourself a browser window and type in My CSUN software. 3 different words is recommended. The first return that Google finds is the one here you see at the top of the screen. Click on it. Scroll down, click on Access My CSUN software. Scroll down until you see ArcMap. Do not click on Legacy My CSUN software option unless you are instructed to do so. Click on ArcMap just above ArcGlobe here. Log yourself on. You are likely to get a Duo push notification. Deal with that. Trust the browser, and this window will appear. It may take as many as 2 minutes, 120 seconds, but I've found that it's been averaging somewhere around 30 to 45 seconds. If it does not work, if this step fails, log off, wait 5 minutes, and log back on, which is what Campus Instructional Technology has instructed me to tell my students in case the application is unable to handle the volume of traffic. What it does is it puts more remote computers online for students to use. Okay, once again, that took about 45 seconds. This window will appear, indicating that the software is now loading. It may take another 30 seconds. After the software finally loads, this is the interface screen for ArcMap, and this year it appears that we're using 10.8. It may be 10.9 or something else. For each lab, you will start by opening the software. You can allow or block the Amazon Web Server. We don't need to do too much of this text and images to the clipboard. If you are asked to show your instructor examples of your work from the clipboard, then click Allow. This Getting Started window will appear, and in almost every instance what you will do is click Cancel. In order to add the map layers for Lab 1, click on File. From the list of options, select ArcGIS Online. This window will appear, the ArcGIS search window. In the search box, type CSUN Graves and the word introduction. It's important that you spell it correctly, unlike I just did. And click on the magnifying glass to get it to search. For Lab 1, you're looking for this lab here, indicated by the words Introduction Lab 1. Click on the Open Map button in the lower right hand corner and wait another 30 seconds or so. All in all, it should take you 3-4 minutes to open the entire map and navigate through the remote desktop function. Okay, so what you see here is the map of the United States by states with polygon shapes indicating the states and point layer indicating large cities. Over in the table of contents, you can turn on and off the large cities layer by unchecking and rechecking the check marks in the box. You can do the same thing for the states layer. If you notice that the program is running particularly slowly, then uncheck the base map layers and things will run more smoothly. I noted that the cities layer didn't reappear after I unchecked the base map. Down here is the refresh button. You can click on it and that oftentimes fixes things. I want you to learn how to use the zoom in and zoom out tools. These are pretty standard and I assume you already know how to use those. There is also the fixed zoom tool and you can click on it and it will zoom in at a standard measurement, changing the map scale here. You can zoom out. If you accidentally say, watch what I do here, zoom in on an empty part of Canada and you have a blank screen, you can either click on the go back to previous extent or click full extent and it should return you to a very zoomed out version of any of the maps. But I want to go back a couple of extents to just see the continental United States and the cities. So at this point, I want to introduce you to a couple of very specific tools. One is the information or identify tool. If you click on it, and you should, click on it and the cursor will change to a cursor with a black dot with a smaller case I on it. And you can click on a state. I'm going to click on Montana here and a pop-up window will appear with lots of information about Montana, including the population in 2000 and the population in 2010. So you are prompted at this point to perhaps pause the video and answer a question about a specific state and its population. If you don't recall the states, right-click on U.S. States layer in the table of contents and click on Label Features, and that should turn on the state names. So pause and answer a question or two. Okay, and you can continue to use the Identify button, and you can also click on cities. So for example, you may want to click on Chicago. Oh, I missed. I accidentally clicked on Illinois. No fear. Maybe zoom in a little bit closer and click on the button. There we go, Chicago, and again it has a code, the number of housing units and population. So this may be an answer to one of the questions. You may want to pause the video once again to answer another couple of questions to make sure that you can use the identification or the identify information button. Okay, so after you've answered those questions using the Identify tool, click once again on the Select Elements button in order to return your cursor to something normal. Come over to the large cities in the table of contents and right click, and so that's a two-finger tap on a Mac or Apple machine or Google Chrome. But if you have a PC or a mouse with two buttons, right click. From the pop-up window, click Open Attribute Table. And this is another important part of GIS. So I'm going to try to expand this so it's easier for you to see. You can expand it by clicking on the edges and dragging it open. And there you can see that there are 50 cities. None of them are selected. If I click over here on the left, I can select some, and well, these are all on the West Coast. So if I grab and drag these West Coast cities, they should appear as highlighted both on the map and here. And if you want to get rid of the selection, click on the clear button. Notice that I can sort the cities by population by clicking here on population 2000, right clicking once again. That's a two-finger tap. And I can sort it by ascending, so smallest to largest, or largest to smallest. So the smallest city seems in our list is Wichita, Kansas, and I'm assuming the largest one's probably New York City. And that, once you've mastered that, you can answer another question or two, and that is essentially the end of this lab. And at this point, you know the basic functions of GIS. I can clear the selected features like this, and that is the end of this tutorial.